Welcome back. Rangers' search for a new head coach to replace the sacked Russell Martin is gathering pace, with Steven Gerrard in talks over a return to Ibrox. Our reporter Gordon Duncan is at Rangers grounds. Gordon, good afternoon. What's the latest?
Yeah, I think the update today is that more talks are due to take place with Steven Gerrard, meeting with Rangers down in London. The first stage of talks took place yesterday, believed to be constructive, and therefore the parties will get round the table again and try and take discussions on to that next stage. Parag Marathi, the vice chairman, Andrew Kavanagh, the chairman of Rangers, and Greta Steinson, who's the 49ers Enterprises technical director, they're in London leading the search and meeting with Steven Gerrard and other candidates being considered as well to try and replace Russell Martin as quickly as possible. Of course, Rangers want to do this properly and do it thoroughly. It feels like they're under more pressure than ever to get this right, purely due to the negativity surrounding, firstly, the appointment of Russell Martin, and then the way the Russell Martin era went. So it's difficult to know. Of course, you'll never know from the outset what the right choice or the wrong choice is, but it's starting to feel like Steven Gerrard is overwhelmingly the popular choice here amongst the Rangers fans. So the second stage of talks then, constructive yesterday, and more talks taking place today.
And is Gerrard the only name in the frame to replace Russell Martin?
No, like I said, it feels like he's the only name now on the lips of the Rangers fans. But to reiterate, Rangers want a proper recruitment process here. Danny Rohl is another name we believe to be under consideration, the former Sheffield Wednesday boss. He was, remember, sounded out about the job. He was in consideration when Russell Martin was appointed over the summer, and that's understandable to a point. It was only 4 months ago, so if you had a list at that point, it's understandable that maybe elements of that list would come into consideration this time around. So Danny Rohl, another name in the frame, and Rangers do want to make sure they exhaust all the possible options. But here, when you speak to Rangers fans, the fans are driving by, their fans still popping down to Ibrox to see if they can see any sign of action. It feels like Steven Gerrard's popularity is growing. We of course know he delivered that 55th title here, the title that stopped Celtic winning 10 in a row. It wasn't perfect by any means, and he left, and he maybe hasn't had a brilliant managerial spell since then, but that emotional pull seems to be strong. The experience he's got of what this place is like seems to be appealing to the Rangers fans, and it's going to be an interesting few days ahead as Rangers search for Russell Martin's successor.
Certainly, absolutely the case. All right, thank you very much indeed, Gordon.